muscle in his leg or something, hurt his leg.
Okay, that's good.
So Joe Joyce for
Hrgovic.
the first time will fight Filip Hrgovic. That's not bad, Frank. You've had to act, you've had to manoeuvre off the back of the news that you've no longer got Dillian Whyte. Are you happy that it's been sorted and Hrgovic comes in?
Well, I'm happy it's been sorted, Jim, but obviously I'd have preferred the original fight, but it's a tougher fight, I think. I think it's a much tougher fight. Both of these guys, it's the same situation, I suppose, if Dillian had been on, the winner of this fight will go on and the loser's going to have to really seriously think about his future.
Yeah, I think it's a great opponent.
I just wanted to ask you a quick question on that one, actually, with Filip Hrgovic coming in. That is a tougher fight here, and if Joyce goes and loses this contest, that could spell the end of the road here at the top, at this stage of his career.
I agree with that. So everything's on the line for him.
Frank, who's going to have the unenviable task of facing Moses Itoma?
We're working on that right now. We'll be announcing that, I hope, by close of business today.
Those are the words of Talk Sports and Frank Warren, okay? Now, Joe Joyce is looking for an opponent. Dillian Whyte's out. I believe Lawrence Okolie was supposed to step in. And now it is Filip Hrgovic. Filip Hrgovic, we've learned that he's resurfaced. He's had another child. He's been training. He's been having fun. He's been spending time with family. And to me, he looks like he's revived. What does that mean for Joe Joyce? I think it's going to be a good fight based on the fact that Filip Hrgovic showed us his range with the Danny Dubois fight. He showed us the range with what he could do. He showed us what he's capable of. He showed us what he's not capable of. His defense needed to be a lot better to take on someone like Danny Dubois. But he's not in there with Danny Dubois. He's in there with someone that beat Danny Dubois. And his name is Joe Joyce. And I think that type of fight is going to be very, very entertaining. I mean, back and forth action. As long as there's no cuts or swells, which inevitably it will be, because if these guys are hitting each other like that, Joe Joyce, he only knows one way forward. Filip Hrgovic, I think the same way. And I think both of these guys are going to collide and they're going to make something special that day. What I don't care for is, though, these guys are getting thrown into fights that are spontaneous, that if they lose these spontaneous fights, they have to really think about their career. I don't think that shit's fair. But of course, this is the sport that we love, that we hate so much as well, because that's boxing. You know what I mean? But I think if you're going to really consider your career, I think you're going to consider the preparation that you put in to that particular fight. So if it doesn't happen, if you do lose, you've lost, giving it your best. That's why I think guys like Vladimir Klitschko, walked away from the sport and hasn't returned as of yet, simply based off the fact that he did everything that he could possibly do to prepare for someone like Anthony Joshua, and he came up short. But he made a valiant effort. Okay, so I don't think he's mad at the end of the day. Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't be disappointed in my performance if I lost the way Vladimir lost. But these guys that are just being thrown in there with these guys, like, because this other guy, I hurt my finger, or I sprained a knee, or, I got some kind of injury, and you throw me in there, but you're like, hey, but remember, if you lose this fight, you're out for good, or you need to think about your career, which means you're pretty much out. I don't like that. That's the only thing that I don't like. I like the fight. Filip Hrgovic versus Joe Joyce, mutual opponents all over the place. With Filip Hrgovic, you got Zhilei Zhang, Danny Dubois. Those guys are mutual fighters that these guys have both been in the ring with. So why not get in there with each other? That's what I'd say. I love the idea of it. You guys tell me what you think. Frank said it's signed, sealed, soon to be delivered. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.